Hey, how you doing? Who am I talking with right now?
I'm Hollee Huntress.
Hollee Huntress. How you doing,
I'm
Hollee?
doing well. Thank you for having me here.
Nice. It's good to see you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Here at Exotica, New Jersey, the East Coast. Where are you from?
I am a Kentucky native, but I'm living in Florida right now.
Kentucky to Florida. How's that? What are the differences between Kentucky and Florida?
Weather.
Weather. Okay.
But I live in the Panhandle, so it's kind of calmer, midtown.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the social climate is very
Similar.
different from similar.
It's
the
similar.
South, right?
Yeah, it's more of a southern feel versus like the peninsula of Florida, which is more I don't know, urbanish.
Okay, metropolitan.
Like. Yeah.
Got you. Well, you look very metropolitan today. That's a
Yeah.
very metropolitan look.
Thank you.
All right. So, what are your plans for Exotica? Like, what are you trying to do?
I'm here. I'm promoting the Hot GILF tour. I'm promoting myself, of course, and just enjoying meeting new people and getting to see some fans. Got to see a couple, and they recognized me. They were like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi," and gave them a big old hug. So
How does that feel to be recognized?
surreal, very surreal. It's like, oh, I'm just a little old me, but somebody recognized me. So that's kind of it boosts your ego for sure.
A lot of times, what are those interactions like when someone sees you and then they recognize you? Like, how do they interact with you? Like, what do they say?
They're like, "Hey, are you Hollee?" And I'm like, "I am." And then obviously if they introduce me or it's like, "Are you Hollee?" I'm like, "Yes." Then I'm like, "I know you're from that part of my life." But then if it's in a vanilla world, well, I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Is there ever a time where you're like, yo, I don't know if I want people to run up on me? You shopping? What's a Florida supermarket? You shopping in Publix? And somebody runs down on you. You're at the deli counter, and they're like, "Aren't you?" What do you do in those scenarios?
I'm like, I blush and I just like, "Hi, nice to meet you," and just keep going about my business. But yeah, because I don't want them to know. Like,
Got you. So you mentioned the Hot GILF tour.
yes.
What's that?
It is a group of ladies who are more mature and who are living their best life and gonna go on tour and promote sexuality and independence and living life at its fullest with more mature ladies.
Now, let's talk about that concept, because a lot of times in our society, sexuality is commodified and commercialized towards a younger demographic, right?
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that, and what are you doing to stop the stigmatization of the sexualization of older people? Because older people want to, like, has your sex drive gone up or down since, let's say, age 25?
It's increased, but I would say that it's become more erotic because I am no longer inhibited by the societal norms, like of, "Oh, don't do that." The taboos, I guess you could call it. And let me tell you, the villages in Florida, well, they're known for having some wild times, let me just say.
The STI rate at the villages in Florida is one of the highest in the
Yes,
United
it
States.
is, because you know that they are doing everything, all those, because they don't care. They're just like, "I'm about to have some fun," in their
Right.
golden years, but they really should do it safely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big thing here at 8th Avenue Adult, promoting safer sexuality.
Absolutely.
Right? The safer sex is masturbation, which
Yep.
is where a lot of the content comes in. But, we really do promote that. So I really appreciate that, like, harm reduction effort that you're doing.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Now, I have a question. You said that you have fewer inhibitions now than when you were younger. What are some of the things you felt inhibited about that you don't feel inhibited about now?
I always had a thing for interracial, and when I was growing up, it was like taboo, and so now I don't care. I like what I like, and I'm going to pursue it.
Have you faced any social stigma for that?
No, because I am at a point in my life where I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
So I have a question. Interracial, meaning that, you're white.
Actually, I'm not.
You're not. What are you? See, look at that. What an assumption about ethnicity. What are you, if you don't mind me
I am
asking?
Choctaw Apache.
Wow.
Yes.
See that? So interracial for you could be a lot of things.
Yes, and I like a more melanated only because I like contrast in skin color. So if there's a high contrast between myself and another person, then that is going to give me the visualization that excites me.
That eroticizes you.
Yes.
Now I have a question. When it comes to black men, are you interested in older black men or younger black men? And what would you consider the boundaries of old and young?
Okay, two different things. I like younger guys. They can go more often, but I like the sensuality and the buildup and the mental stimulation from an older gentleman. So there's two different vibes there, and you can explore both, and they both have their purposes.
So you said you live in the villages, right?
No, I don't live in the
You don't live
villages.
in, all right, so, okay. All right, so what I wanted to ask is, there's been a lot of talk about group sex here in erotica. Is that something that you're interested in?
I've dabbled in it a few times. Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It's interesting. If it's, I like maybe a 2-3 to 1 ratio at the max, because I like to give all my attention and be the best I can. And if it's more than 3, well, then my attention gets diverted and I just don't feel like I can give good quality.
Well, quality is everything when it
Yes.
comes to sex. You know what I mean?
Well,
you don't want to shortchange anybody.
exactly. And the older you get, quality over quantity anytime.
That's an interesting concept, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
That's a good lesson for, everybody out there.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. It was really great talking to you. What are your social media channels so that people could reach out to you?
The easiest way to find me is to go on X, and I'm at Hollee Huntress, Hollee Huntress, and all my links are in my bio, so come check me out on X.
You're really beautiful.
Thank
It's
you.
really great talking to you. And I hope you have a great rest of the convention, and I hope everybody out there continues to interact with you through your social channels for
you so
whatever
much.
rationale they choose.
It's my pleasure. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
It's great talking to you.
Thank you.